Seems every room is a new chapter in the Ishimura horror story. Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Dead Space. And you know, whenever something conflicts with something that I say frequently, I always have to examine why that is, because I think in horror there are no hard set rules. And this is certainly being educational for me because it's a very different type of horror game from what I usually play. And a good example of that would be, I normally dislike it when a game is just absolutely saturated with blood and dead bodies and gore, but in this case, it feels really appropriate because, I mean, look at the enemies. They're literally walking knives. And we're essentially walking through the remains of a 1,000-person slaughterhouse. It'd be weird if it weren't this way. We're in something of a safe hub for now, but it's only ever a short breather, and honestly, I don't know if I trust this even.
Engineering log. Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple reporting. Christ, still can't believe the Chief is gone. It's all fallen apart since the captain died. Everyone down here is on their last nerve. We thought the rioting was the worst of it. Until those things came through the vents. Their faces. I mean, fuck, those were my lunch buddies, Liz's friends, old boyfriends. And out of nowhere, the engines are screwed. Primary's laboring, we're hemorrhaging fuel. Fuck if I know why. I'm taking Danvers to the fuel depot to fix it. Gotta keep the team focused or they'll crack. Temple out.
And the viscera in the slaughterhouse once had names. To Centrifuge, but that elevator is locked. Actually, just about everything is locked.
Seeing you in the control room. Any news on the engines?
Yeah, but it makes no sense. They're out of fuel. The centrifuge is offline. We're tethered to a 4 trillion ton payload. Without the engines, it's dragging us down to the planet.
Can you handle it alone?
Sure, fix the centrifuge, get the fuel running, then do a full restart. But you'll need to stabilize our orbit from there.
Standing by. Fast as you can, Isaac.
Okay. Sounds like we don't have any time to lose then. But yeah, I actually needed that little refresher, so last time it was discovered that all the ship systems are screwed, like just about all of them. And without engine power, our orbit is decaying, and we're threatening to fall down into the planet we're orbiting. Did not realize you were a suit until the last second. And it looks like somebody coughed up their lunch. God, this game looks so good, how like wet the metal is and the light of your flashlight reflecting off of it. Ooh, is that a new weapon? The Ripper. Looks like it was used on not a necromorph. Although maybe somebody who was about to turn. Or actually, maybe just collateral damage. So there's primary fire and then shoot blade, in which the saw will just kind of ricochet around the room. So that sounds potentially dangerous to myself. Actually, I guess that tells the whole story then, doesn't it? Did more damage to you than whatever was after you. God, I love it when a weapon in a game was clearly in someone else's hands before us. I think the game just crashed. Oh, but look at that. That's kind of cool. I hadn't saved since starting this session, but I guess it auto-saves in the background. It's kind of neat. Alright, well, we're going to want to test this thing. I'm really, really scared of the alt fire. In an enclosed space like this is probably when it's the most effective. but also the most dangerous to me.
Security request retrieved.
We need help down in engineering. Danvers, get those wires up. Shut up! I don't want to. I don't want to. Christ, Henderson, your teeth. He's pulling his teeth out. Just hold it. Where the fuck is security? Oh God, he's dead. No, he's alive, but he hit that sink pretty hard. His own teeth. Chief, what the hell is happening? I don't know. Cancel security request. Henderson needs the medical bay. And a shrink.
So those hallucinations, I guess, got pretty severe. My God. And you know, this place is such a stable, friendly environment to foster good mental health care. God, maybe he continued in that gore sink upstairs? This whole thing just feels gross. Like, it's a good thing we're wearing this suit, because the whole environment is coated. You look intact. In fact, I'm not gonna test this with a stomp. Okay. If you say so. There is a bench here! My God. Okay, didn't see you. Played dead and you were hiding. The double whammy. More Ripper Blades. I would have liked to have tested it there, but, you know. Security Master Override needed. Well, that's a pretty big crate. Must be some good loot in it, right? Oh no, a loot crate in an EA game? Okay, Plasma Cutter Upgrade Graph extended. A new special ability is now accessible. I'm not going to touch that until I know how it works. In the meantime, I'm going to increase the damage of the Pulse Rifle so that it can potentially become more useful. Wasn't really a huge increase. I'm probably still going to keep using it primarily for mines. Now, this is one of those games where I'm preloading the episodes, so, you know, I'm not reading comments week to week. However, I am uploading it early to the Patreon, as I do with all series, and you guys have told me that there's actually no shame at all in kind of over-relying on the Plasma Cutter, because it is just that good and it's meant to be. You're going back that way, which means I want to explore some more.
Autopsy report, Dr. Nicole Brennan. Rig identifies the subject was Junior Engineer David Swenson. The subject was dismembered after falling into machinery, allowing... God. So sorry. Jesus. Some postmortem spasms. The chest contains a yellow bile seen in other specimens. I've seen this bile react to dead or bioprosthetic cells. The dead tissue is absorbed, recombined, then reanimated. The bile shares genetic markers with human DNA and a growth on the walls. It's all connected to the marker from Aegis 7, but how? Dr. Kyne studied the marker. Dr. Kyne has vanished. Unless he's with the survivors on the mining deck.
You'll rest easy now, David. I promise.
End log.
Potentially on the mining deck. But objective inactive, so we're not able to pursue that at this time. In the meantime, I don't think David did rest easy. You know, it had never occurred to me that I could be jump scared by a hologram, although it makes sense in retrospect. Like, I didn't even like it watching this with your back turned to it. What are you willing to give up your life for? God, I don't know if this was true of the original, but there are so many details in the environment that just adds so much to the creepiness and so much to the survival story that was playing out before we arrived. A few of them even ending as we arrived, and those were the lucky ones. Don't support the church, innocent blood. I mean, that's one of the most important factors of this, is how there's essentially a civil war going on with the crew, even as all this is happening. Refueling control stations. Howdy, sir. Oh no, that was the worst thing you could have done. I actually would have preferred if you had jumped toward me. Alright, let's try out the Ripper. Oh no. Look at all this. We're just suspended in the void where you can crawl up and down any of these catwalks. You definitely have home field advantage. I really expected that to be bait. Now this thing may be a saw blade, but it does not seem to have a cut direction, just a single point. I hear something. Oh, I get it. I get it. We hold this in front of us, and we can use that to chop you up. Although it doesn't seem all that useful in the moment. Okay, yeah, we wasted a good amount of ammo there, but I understand how it works. We can fire it, or we can use it just as a straight-up chainsaw. That's pretty cool. But right now, I think it's a bit too slow to use in most circumstances. Unless there's a way I can better handle it.
Warning. Fuel reserves depleted. Main engines offline.
Go. But there's still more to see here. So there was a locked room further back. There's plenty going on up here. Control room. This is all very open. Ah, okay, we made our way back to here. Makes sense. So we don't have to travel all that way every time we want to go. Meaning this is probably going to serve as a hub for some time to come. But yeah, this is all really open, and I think that's cool because, well, it diversifies where threats can come from and gives us something to explore. In a survival horror game, that's important because scavenging has got to be a part of it. Now, there's something there. Keep accidentally healing. Actually, I should check. How am I doing on health items? None? I could have sworn I had like 3 or 4. Okay, well that's not good. Should I reload that? It's been too long. It's been way too long. There we go.
Refueling sequence activated. Additional fuel
It is so cool just watching this cursed-looking machinery do its stuff. Like, really, I love the art design in this. I spend all the cutscenes just trying to get a good look at Isaac's armor. But you know what, I think if we've wasted enough health packs, if it's that much of an issue, I should rebind it. So give me a second. There you are. It wasn't a big explosion, but the fire extinguisher did something! Maybe it acted as like, maybe it acted as stasis, like maybe it froze or slowed you down or something? Hard to tell, you were injured right at that moment. Alright, you are going to reimburse. We actually have so many plasma things. We should probably bank and or sell some. You know, I just realized back in the morgue, we never made use of the O2 recharge. Maybe it's being smart. Maybe it's placing these things even at places we won't necessarily need them, just to keep us on edge. It certainly fit with the overall design philosophy of constantly telegraphing scares so that we don't know which ones to pay the most attention to. Let's be ready here. There are flying ones, remember? This moving into the fog. Can't hit it from here. And it didn't do anything anyway. Okay, we've got to resolve this quickly. Oh god, what? Oh god, wait, are we actually out? Dude, we had so much of this for so long. That is bizarre. I thought we had like 60 plus. And now that makes this a pickle. Alright, well, it's effectively a grenade launcher at this range. Oh, we got a med pack credits. Might as well take the small med pack now. There we go. And it looks like we're plasma rifle bound for a while. We're not going to run out of that anytime soon.
Last valve done, Chief. Progress report filed by Jacob Temple. The engine problems aren't a malfunction. Someone shut off the fuel lines to the primary engine and damaged the valves to hell and back. We just wasted an hour fixing them. Now we need to restart the south refueling station, but some jackass turned off the power and locked up the circuit breaker.
No engines? We're gonna hit planetfall soon. What now?
There's got to be someone around here who had a spare access card. Go. Wait, you hear that? Davers, go!
Another thing I think is important, we keep hearing the same names come up over and over again. It's another way it shows that, like, these people were making an honest effort to preserve their own lives. People got a distance instead of just dying at the first sign of trouble like in most games. Vent right there. It's funny how the actual military grade weapon is the one I don't really want to use. But it's kind of cool because it's like it's just not appropriate for this enemy. Oddly enough, the tools are the ones that are. Okay, if we concentrate our fire, this thing can make fairly short work of you. We just have to do it correctly. Damage upgrade probably helps as well. I'm going to keep this thing loaded in case of a combat switch, but we'll switch to the rifle for a little while. Variety is the spice of life, right? And there is certainly biological variety going on here. Fuel station keycard, okay. Excellent. And we can grab you. Yes, scavenge everything. We need to rebuild those stocks. And that actually would have been... I mean, they kind of trickled in, but that would have been a good time to throw the blade. So maybe we'll try that next.
Isaac. Damn it.
Daniels? You made it.
Thank God. After the bridge, we thought that...
Glad to disappoint. I barricaded myself in the computer core. I can hear them, but I don't think they know I'm here. Isaac, I've tracked down your rig. You're in engineering, right? I'll get myself admin privileges. Maybe I can help.
Yep, just go into the server and type /op your name. Gives you full keys to the city. I can't tell, it's so rhythmic, I can't tell if that's machinery or something walking. Doesn't seem to be moving around, so I think it's machinery.
Security card.
Like, this whole place is just so malevolent. Like, forget the gore and the monsters. Look at this place, it looks like a dungeon, so combining that with, like, all this modern tech is just, like, a really interesting... It's not what I think anyone thought the future would be. But I love the style. If you haven't seen Event Horizon and you like this kind of thing, see Event Horizon, it's very good. Okay, well, we don't want to turn off life support. God, we have to choose between oxygen and lights. Alright, kill the lights. I don't want a time limit. Show me where to go. It's just tethered to our view like this, like... Somebody's out somewhere. Yep. First step should always be to immobilize you. I don't think there's really much value in cutting an arm first, because you can always hit me with the other arm. I haven't tried to let a declawed one hit me yet, and I don't really want to. Immobilizing and then killing seems to work just fine for me so far.
Refueling sequence activated. Sufficient fuel to fire primary engine.
Okay, I've got a fuel reading. Only a quarter full, but it should be enough.
I still need to get the centrifuge working before restart. Someone really screwed with these fuel lines.
Move fast, Isaac. Aegis 7's looking damn close out there.
Oh no, something's coming. Something's coming. Let's get to a defensible position. Yeah, see, that could have gone badly for me. We've got to start being more careful with this. I mean, I've been firing it like candy because I had it in candy quantities. But that's clearly not going to serve me. More med packs? Well, at least I'm being reimbursed for that stuff. I imagine the loot drops are also based around like an AI director system, where it gives me what I need to keep it tense. I can hear things all over. Ow! Oh no, you're one of the spitties. Ow. Wait, no, is something behind me? Yes, it is! Okay, I'm getting pinned by you, not the spitty. Alright, retreat, retreat, retreat. It's small damage, but it's damage I don't want. Come on, unfurl. Unfurl before this guy gets here. You're still alive, dude? Alright, I think the baby escaped. Yep, I can see your little tendril thing right around the corner. Or maybe it was part of the other corpse. Right, well, we got all this now. I honestly can't tell if you died or not. I mean, it is cool. We saw earlier that enemies will retreat if they don't think they can take you. Wait for a later ambush, and that is really good AI. So now we get to go back the other way. Surely this can go nothing but well for us. Man, welcome to the Ishimura. Everything feels like a medieval torture device. There's rain and fog in here, and we only turn on half the lights on a good day. Why? For the Gadzooks Mad Spooks. And for the fact that this is more of a terror game than a horror one, it sure does know to pick its battles. That's something I'm noticing. It doesn't cash in on every potential scare. And like I've said before, maybe it's different on every playthrough. Yep. Yep. Where have you gone? There you are. I think there might be something else. I'm just keeping an ear out wherever I can. Sorry, I couldn't tell if you were a separate thing. These things are so misshapen, when they get close together, you almost can't tell how many you're dealing with. Ah, back here. Well, we may have taken the long way around, but that's alright. I think there might be somebody on the prowl. That may have been premature. Hang on, let's fire another one. That did not dismember while you were in the process. Oh, what? Is there no spawn killing of necromorphs? Oh god, you're still coming after 2 limbs gone. Alright, ring around the rosy then. That was your head bursting. I guess that technically counts as a limb. God, that was horrific. So it's specifically the flying ones that do it. They can't all do it. New item available for purchase, Ricochet Tracer. Okay, that sounds useful. We've got a good number of credits. Oh, and we can buy upgrades directly. So for the plasma cutter, heat accumulator. Bring this part to the bench to extend the upgrade path and get a special upgrade. Well, without enough nodes, these things don't really help us, right? The kinetic autoloader, that's for the pulse rifle. And then we've got the Ricochet Tracer, which we just read about. I kind of feel like I should buy some plasma energy, just a bit at least. I mean, it's not the cheapest thing, but also I've got to make sure I always have some. Alright, sell that. Move some other stuff to storage. I'm always going to jump on suit upgrades the moment they present themselves, but I'm probably not going to bother with these things for right now. Maybe I'll revisit that in a bit when I've looked up whether it's a good idea. From what I've seen, it doesn't seem so. Elevator is now open. I'm just gonna investigate, like, what side objectives we have going on real quick. Yeah, we still can't deal with the side mission. Can I just say, though, I find it really cool how finding Nicole is always on this screen as a side mission. I guess it's one way of, you know, through the interface showing that that is always something on Isaac's mind, even as we're trying to get out alive ourselves. Actually, even as our crew members would probably rather we focus on the job. Okay, so plasma rifle, probably best for single enemies. In a moderate encounter, this guy right here, when everything's going wrong, rip. Here's another of these things. We've never exploded them, but they are explicitly pick-upable. Let's keep that in mind.
Clearance confirmed.
That's right. Let the big shot through. Isaac's pretty strong, you know that? And a medium med pack. Please use another one. I thought I heard a weird noise from behind me. Oh, and also the whispers are back. To centrifuge. Okay. Let's continue getting all we can from here. A text log. Let's read this while the game isn't paused and I'm next to a vent, totally helpless. Chaos. Engineering deck log F Hallow. 5 out of 5 zones checked. Condition subpar. Notification filed. More absences. It's not just the unitologists sneaking off for religious exemptions or whatever. We're seeing serious gaps in the rotation. People going on sick with sleep deprivation, self-inflicted injuries, or just disappearing. They go off shift and they don't come back. Someone said the ship's been attacked. Nonsense. We're at the end of nowhere. Who'd come all this way to attack a mining ship? And yeah, the captain is dead, but Carmack says one of the bridge staff killed him. I swear to God, the rumors on this deck are out of control. Update. Lost contact with the bridge. No rig link, no security hardline. Nothing. Okay, this is beyond rumors. Screw this. I'm getting out while I still can. It was going for a long time before everyone knew. We are so very trapped.
Activated. Please stand by.
So this is pretty awful. Okay, no, you're Cutter. The last thing we want is too many live things in here with us at once. Where are you? I can't even see you. Yet, decontamination complete indeed. Actually, this thing seems to cut those tendrils in one hit now. I think we may have given it a damage upgrade at some point. Oh my god! Yep, nope, not what I wanted. Nope. Okay, you remain nice and slow for me, please.
activation sequence complete. Thank you for your patience.
Can't say this game doesn't make the most of its environments. Now, excuse me, while I stomp you all into an unrecognizable gore pile. God, where's that other baby? I still need to stomp it. Medium MIG-Pack schematics. Okay, so we can purchase those in the store from now on. The sound of it. There are still people surviving here. Well, I mean, that's the wrong word to use. Okay, I'm gonna use a lifeline. There we go. You know, it's good to have a helpful notification of which one's the exploration path and which one's the progression path. There's our engineering growth. Dare I get close? That's a human skull. Worth it for the node. Is it smart to run into this? Not particularly. If you're gonna be on the wall, then I need to be in that mode. You're jumping onto the wall. Okay, going vertical. Nope. Keep me guessing, why don't you? There we go. You guys are normally a non-threat for like how slowly you do things. It's when you're combined with other stuff that you become a threat. But we are rebuilding our plasma stocks, and I am already becoming dependent on it again. Which probably isn't the best thing. What a nice, gory hole in the wall that is. I hope it doesn't do too much to distract me from this corner. Rig transcript. Rig unavailable for priority message. Transcript provided to available storage. Tai? Jung? You there? Oh, what's keeping them? The centrifuge is still offline. We're running out of time. Danvers says, no Riglink contact since they left, Chief. They're gone, aren't they? Temple says, but we armed them with everything we had. They'd have sent word if there was trouble. What, did they fall down a hole? There's a full tectonic load hanging off us. I guess that doesn't count as an expletive. Danvers says, what if we turn off the gravity tethers? Drop the load, buy ourselves time. Temple says, I tried. Unless I rip out half the ship's wiring, it takes a CEC board member's override to drop all that ore. Can't risk pissing off the shareholders. And without that centrifuge to balance the ship, we're talking planetfall in hours. If we're that lucky. Weighed down by our own success, huh? Thank you, save station. I live for thee. I don't believe I... Back into zero-G with us.
Entering zero gravity. Warning. Centrifuge offline. Please attach generator modules manually.
Sure thing, sport. Okay, let's take our time and try to do this right. Because I am 100% certain we're not alone in here. You know, it's one thing to watch the path ahead, another thing entirely to deal with this. It's gonna take a very long time for this thing to chew through that tail, huh? Then again, maybe not. Let me ask you something. Oh, we can't punch in here. I was gonna say, can we get any lootables from you? Right, let's try and do this. In we go. God, this feels cool. Clutch disengaged. Was that not correct? Like, I mean, just on the off chance, does it? That does work. Okay, dude, it's sci-fi gear. I don't know if it's supposed to be spinning. I guess I wasn't fast enough. Get in there now. Come on. A little quicker than that. Thank you. Okay, there we go.
Generator module attached.
Yeah, did you indicate somewhere that you weren't supposed to be doing that? Alright, well, I guess we just do the same thing on the other side and probably get attacked in the meantime. Yep. Probably don't want to touch it either. Combat with you guys is all about who spots who first, and these zero-G segments make that really difficult. I got you. Yep. And in here, removing one limb means you can't move around anymore, so that's all we need. Alright, next one up. Quick as we can. In we go.
Generator module attached. Clutch engaged. All personnel clear for centrifuge restart.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Centrifuge activated. Re-establishing balance with tectonic load.
Well, we did it. Oh god, now we gotta make our way back. Alright, let's recharge our oxygen. As far as I can tell, it's infinite. And take the elevator down. It may be wise for us to put some nodes into air. I'm so paranoid about this still.
Looks like the centrifuge is back online. All that's left is restarting the engines, right? Ready when you are.
It's gonna be one of these. I can't wait. I can't tell where I've gotta go. Okay, I see indents right there. Oh, this is not good at all. There's time for us to make it exactly once. Okay, well, you know what? Let's just let our friend the centrifuge deal with you. I mean, let's turn our problems against each other, turn them into solutions, you know? Okay, I could have picked something up there. Here it comes. Oh! See, now you're just a problem. Oh, listen to that. We actually, well, yeah, no, don't listen to that. They're actually committing to the vacuum being a vacuum. We can only hear our own breathing and what little sound propagates through the suit itself. Which was true before, but it really stands out when you're in a shootout. Okay, well, I saw you. I saw you. Give me your stuff. Thank you. Sight to behold, isn't it? Okay, let me through. I don't want to save while it's like this. There we go. The last thing I want is save shenanigans. Oh, we've got to stasis up. There was probably a recharger in there. I should have taken it. Well, we've got plenty of recharge modules, and it does a full thing. Oh my god! There are heads in there. Okay, I imagine that's what I'm shooting then. The shot's coming. I do not want to run out of ammo at this moment. So that's what's making those holes. Alright, we know to avoid them in the future, as if we're gonna have a choice. God, something is weaving its way through this ship.
Warning. Orbital position approaching critical. Correct course immediately.
Oh my god, are we gonna have to go through decon again? Oh my god, we are. I saw you there. You're a spitter too. There's a couple of you. Okay, no, let's try this. Didn't do all I had hoped. Not gonna lie, did not do all I had hoped. Alright, everybody line up. Yep. This at least stops you from firing for a bit. There we go. That's where the real value in that thing is that it paralyzes you in the moment. You're dead. Yeah, that was more brute damage, but I was kind of a monkey in a cage right there. I don't know why that was the analogy that immediately came to mind. Point is, we killed them all and we didn't get a hit on us, so I'd say we did all right. God, the decontamination chamber is such a funny concept at this stage, isn't it? Like, look at it. So, I'm nervous. Anybody else nervous? It's a waste, but having a spinning blade in front of us when the doors open might be smart, because no matter how many things are in front of the door, they'll at least be paralyzed from attacking us.
Got it. Isaac, fuel storage is unlocked. It'll give you access to the engine chamber.
It's a small thing, but having all these bodies be so persistent, I think really adds a lot. Like, every time I re-enter an area and I see a corpse on the floor and, like, I remember the story of how that thing almost killed me. It's just really cool. That thing in the walls, by the way, I think those are the points where I've heard it's possible to be soft-locked. Like, if you don't have ammo in that moment, they will just get you. And there's very little you can do about it. One of the reasons why it's good to stagger saves like I'm doing. We are going through there as expected, because that wasn't open before. Let's actually hit up on the store. I think I could use a little bit of resupply and upgrading. There we go. Now if we go into our inventory, we've got... I could have sworn I picked up boards to sell. Stasis zone size is a thing. So if we get that, wait, let's focus on improvements right now. So that means we can hit more than one at a time with that. That's really useful for if we're getting overwhelmed. And we can increase the duration. Right now I guess it's 7 seconds. We can increase it to 8. Maybe not worth the node, but it'll help us throughout. We gotta start using the stasis more then when we get overwhelmed. Kite everything together, group it up, and then that's when we hit them. Because the biggest problem you can have in this is panic. That's the thing that's going to kill you. There's a method to dealing with these guys, and it's when they throw you off of the method by swarming you, by coming from behind you, that you have problems. Of course, you're just kind of in front of me, so kind of a non-issue. What, no presents?
Zero gravity.
We made it farther than the last guy.
Hey, Hammond. I cracked the secure files. DEC was here for more than just a mining claim, huh?
What do you mean?
This outbreak started on the colony after the miners dug up some artifact. Something alien.
That's impossible.
But it would explain why Aegis 7 is meant to be off limits, right? Earth Gust orders. When the miners found the artifact, they reported hallucinations, paranoia, suicides, but the Ishimura brought this marker on board anyway. Like that was a plan.
Wait, the marker?
Okay, back up. Where's this marker now?
In cargo. All packaged up for delivery.
Very interesting. So it's actually here. Alright, maybe we can stasis this span, but let's have a look around first. What's the deal with this thing? Well, we can recharge our stasis here, so it's clearly something we're meant to use. Yeah, why is it drawing this when we get close to the hatch? Oh, maybe that's a place I can land. I get it. Alright, let's try it. There we are. I don't know if that still would have hurt me while it was slow. Or you guys. And we can shift one door to the other. Well, we might as well do the fans, right? Oh, or can we not do that? Hang on. No. I would much rather turn you off. Up. Howdy. Not gonna lie, volume of fire on you guys is kind of fun. But we're gonna waste through our plasma energy that we've been building up at that rate. Alright, let's turn you back on. We only need the 2. We have no need for fans at all. I say until there's no oxygen in here. That stasis is lasting a lot longer than 8 seconds.
Exiting zero gravity.
Found the growth. God, this is deafening. Happy to be out of that noise. A flamethrower. Oh no, it's the final act of alien isolation in here. What do you do for me? Let's equip that then. I mean, it seems appropriate for our situation, but also it doesn't seem well suited to the necromorphs. Something we want to delimb. Short-range industrial torch cannot be used in environments without oxygen. And with alt-fire, we can do a fire wall. Area denial, maybe? Probably, I imagine 50 is not a lot of ammo for it. You're in mid-turn. Can we put you out of your misery? We're actually not doing great on plasma ammo. Did that maybe do some damage? Clearly not enough. We're gonna have to go back past you later. Pick up more flamethrower fuel. What's okay, 50 is max capacity for now. We've seen all the way up to level 3 clearance, and we've only gotten 1. But with the tram system, we have the option of backtracking. Yeah, things are as bad as engineering was saying. If only we had Ati to come up here and deal with it.
Engineering log. My last log. Temple reporting. I can't raise anyone on Rigley. I think my team is gone. I found the Kinesis module that someone used to bust the centrifuge. Burned out. Who would sabotage the Ishimura at a time like this? I'll report to the bridge, if anyone's left. And then I'm finding Elizabeth and getting us the hell off this ship.
I'm starting to think that maybe Kyne's disappearance is related to this other guy, the absolute fanatic who saw this as the way forward. I mean, it's clear it was people and not necromorphs who did the technical work. We probably want to take that elevator down, though. You guys are everywhere. Look at the way your guts, like, move independently hanging out of you. And they're not structures that you or I would recognize as guts either. Okay, more plasma, that's good. And we have the bench, but we've already visited one. Get rid of that and we clear our paths. Okay, you're making... Oh god. Oh god! Okay, this looks like a flamethrower sort of job. Oh my god, they're like little things! This must be how they reproduce. Look, they look like little versions of those flying ones. Or really more like flaps of skin stretched around a chicken bone, but you get the idea. It's that temple. Wow, that was a very hot and cold health bar you had. Is the etiquette to grind you up enough that you won't be used as these things?
Clearance confirmed.
They must have been all over you. So I guess that was the plan. So, oh my god, okay, hey. Let's test out this on you. Not close enough, maybe. I gave you like half a second, then I was like, not fast enough, you're dead. Oh, look, you even trudge through all the grossness on the ground. I hadn't noticed that before, but that is such a cool detail. Oh! Yeah, that's what I figured you'd be like. Oh, but you're not done yet! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Get off! 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 Nope, there's still more of you on me. Alright, flamethrower, flamethrower, run away in flamethrower. Oh, I guess you die when we pull you off. Oh my god. Yeah, those are something we're gonna have to extra wash out for, especially in conjunction with other things. Unless, did they maybe explode out of you? I couldn't see them on the ground because it was all particle effects. It's hard to tell. Yes, yes, credits. I need credits to pay for my therapy after all this. You know what? What does getting rid of you reveal? Ah, that... Yeah, maybe... I mean, it still looks pretty obstructed, but I guess that reveals the elevator so we can go all the way up from there. I'm just checking everyone's... In a while. Okay, you're the noise I heard. I just check every once in a while when I open a door to make sure that I'm not going the right way. Because I don't want to miss something. You're gonna be a job for yield stasis. Thank you, sirs. A whole lot of explosives at the end of that hallway. Yep, let's go. Come on. Oh god, there could be something right up there. Yeah, that's what I thought. Go, come on! Oh, I shot it and you blocked it! Well, this is gonna be our first death. This is gonna be our first death. Boom. And then flamethrower. Probably doesn't work too well on the big ones, right? We came out of that better than expected. I'll say that. Oh my god. Alright, you guys seriously owe us. So let's start stomping you for credit. $100, that hardly covers it. If we had just fought you normally, if I had taken my own advice and fought the first thing we see first, this would have been fine. I still think it should have been fine, but you guys, like literally one of you just blocked that shot.
Warning. Planetfall imminent. Correct course immediately.
I'm trying. Okay, that says to control room. Days without incident error. I wouldn't know how to categorize this either, but I'd probably just put it at a flat 0. Okay, here's a bunch of you guys just kind of wandering. Actually, if you come here, I mean, what I could do is just, boop. Oh, it's stasis you. Maybe it was something in the environment?
Engine power failure.
You know what? I bet it was those things from earlier. Alright, let's see. Do they erupt from you? They do! That is what happens. Alright. Well, they're all roasted now. You outlived all your children. Was coming after me really worth it? I mean, in the end... Wow, you are really determined to get revenge. You know, that's not healthy for anyone. And don't forget who started this.
Replace power cell to begin ignition sequence.
Yeah, as I was saying, I bet it's those sort of blue case looking things that we first saw in Medical. I bet I blew up one of those and that's why that happened to you. Yes, these guys right here. You know, I feel like I actually vaguely remember this area from the PC version. Right, I'm just looking around. Okay, there's a motor we can use. We get here. More credits. That's the thing, is that like it feels like it's loading you up way too much, and I'm sure on higher difficulties it doesn't as much, until you realize, oh wow, I actually have to start being careful. What seems like all of a sudden.
Engine power failure. Replace power cell to begin ignition sequence.
Yes, I'm looking around. We can buy flamethrower fuel now. More plasma energy. It's really all about ammo management, as from what we saw in this room, the threats get bigger and bigger. So, let's grab you. We can do that from a fair distance as well. And let's just gently place you in, because the game doesn't like it when I throw sensitive equipment in there.
Ignition sequence initiated. Please stand by.
Doors are locked, so... It really is a wonder when it all works, huh? Well, that's why we're an engineer. Just doing our job. No, but seriously, am I supposed to be doing something else right now? Okay, so that's really annoying, but apparently this is a bug, and it is actually game-breaking. Like, you cannot progress beyond this point. So I'm gonna load a save, and hopefully that works for us. There's an autosave right there, so we'll take that. Alright, I'm thinking second burst, same as the first. I think we did this perfectly the first time. What we want is for all of you to come out. We want you, remember, cluster up. That's the name of the game. So you go right there, boom. You're all stasis and injured horribly. You didn't die, which is annoying. Well, I guess one of you did. But I'd say, all in all, that was a pretty efficient use of our time. Now, same thing. A couple of these seem to do you quite well. You'll explode. And we just burn you all up. In another timeline, you were such a fighter, but we're just not going to have time for that this time. Oh my god. You know, maybe that bug happened just to extend your suffering. You even gave me the very fuel I'm going to use to kill more of your babies. Sometimes the Divine has a sick sense of humor, huh?
Replace power cell to begin ignition sequence.
Now, apparently this bug is related to spending too much time looting here, so we're going to start this up, and I guess more will arrive, so we've got to be ready to fight that.
Ignition sequence initiated. Please stand by.
Here they come! Gotta fire that out! Move! And this thing is what we really want. Once they're immobilized, you basically won. Oh wow, are you still not? You're my priority at the moment. Spit is always the priority. Anything that can hit you from range. That one guy isn't moving at all, so that's useful for me, I guess. Wait for you to fire. And then start shopping. More guys are entering. You're a spitter. So you're going to need to be dead as soon as possible. You are a bit more of an issue. Oh, this guy's really... I'm out again. Okay. Not fully out. Tell you what, just hold some flame for me. It's not really what it's for, but... I mean, it helps. Wow, you were really in a bad way. This is what I love about this combat system, by the way, is how... It's not just a binary dead or alive. They get messed up, and it actually affects the way they come at you. And it's not just in terms of losing limbs, although obviously that's the standout thing. They also, like, they get injured in parts that are still attached. At least that's what it seems like. Alright, That really cost us a lot of stockpile of plasma cutter, but I think it was necessary. There we go, that's what was supposed to happen. Imagine how hot it must be in this room right now. I'm obviously going to want to scrounge for every little bit that I can. But yeah, it seems like from a balancing perspective, the sole reason why I don't use the plasma cutter for everything is ammo.
Isaac, you did it. The Ishimura's moving again.
No thanks to whoever sabotaged the fuck out of these engines.
You bought us time to figure it out. Autopilot's taking us into geostationary orbit.
Wait, you're flying us through the planet crack debris?
That's what the asteroid defense system is for.
But the ADS is offline. I've got the system readouts here.
Hammond, the Ishimura's in rough shape. A couple of bad strikes could finish her off.
Shit. Daniels, give me all the data you have. I'll try to adjust course. Isaac, you disable the tram lockdown from engineering. I'll open up the bridge station. Meet me there. We need to work on this together.
You know, it's really amazing to me how not disturbed you are by any of this still. Just when I thought you were finally starting to get it, you're like, oh yeah, we're back online. Totally cool that we're flying through a debris field. You had to be informed that that might not be a good thing. At least you listened, though. Like, I really expected you to be the type to hand wave our concerns regarding this. There we go.
Nicole? I'm here. Nicole! Damn it!
Yeah, that didn't sound like something we can trust. But that speaks to intention, doesn't it? Something trying to draw us away from our objective. Meaning that even if the necromorphs themselves aren't intelligent, I think there is something associated with this marker that we brought on board. Also, I'm glad you said her name because it was kind of funny that the subtitle was saying her name while the display said unknown call. But yeah, I mean, just as I was starting to get into the combat and feel like I could handle myself, it's starting to seem like the greater threat is making itself known. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.